This flag with the blue and white you see flying here today, you will see it keep flying and flying and flying until it finally has a home on which it is going to settle. Whether it will be the same flag or not, that it symbolizes the resistance, the suffering, the hardship, and the persecution of a people. When I came to the United States in 2006, very few of the people you see out here today wanted to have anything to do that has something to do with this flag, the blue and white flag, hung beneath the flag of the United States. I remember very well that in several occasions, I distributed car stickers and little fanions of flags to Southern Cameroonians by birth. Some refused to take it from me. Others asked, "What the hell do you want me to do with it?" And even those who were brave enough to collect those stickers never had them placed on their cars. They were so frightened to talk about it. And in many occasions, some were bold enough to tell me that, "I don't believe in that your thing, and I do not know where you guys are going with it. Please, I don't want to have anything to do with it." But history never fools itself. History always tells its own story, and it tells the right part of it. Today, in their thousands, the very people who rejected that very notion of independence and statehood, the very people who wanted to have nothing at all to do with anything that has to do with this flag, the very people who do not want to touch this flag or come closer to it, today are telling those who have given everything for the sake of this flag, for what it symbolizes, that they are not good enough. Let them stay aside. And they who are not willing to touch the flag or have anything to do with it, even as it floats here since 2013, with the help of Lambi Wamisia and the help of our brother and comrade Manchu, who dug the hole and hoisted the flag in 2013, are today pushing the rest of the people at the background and telling them that they are good for nothing but the garbage of history. There is so much that is going on that has to do with this struggle. Now, can anyone tell me that a people who cannot hoist this flag in front of their door, even though living in a free country where there is just so much freedom that no one is going to hold you responsible for hoisting this flag, a people who cannot carry this flag inside their car, who cannot put a sticker that has something to do with this flag, either on their back, their handbags, their book bags, on their briefcases, or on their cars, are the same people who today are telling us, people like us, those who have bleeded in this struggle, that they have nothing to offer, and let them shut up so that they can take this struggle and run it aground. And every time there is a complaint about upholding this flag and all what it stands for, there is a cry for the sake of power. Oh, they want power. They want to control. This is the sad part of the history of this flag and everything it stands for. The very history for the liberation of the people of this former British Southern Cameroons, the people of Ambazonia. It is a very sad story. But as I said before, and I want to say it again, in times like the present, many will show up. but very, very few will be strong, resolute, brave, and hard enough not just to take the battle, but the very existence of this war that we have been going through for 56 years to the camp of the enemy. Look at this flag and ask yourself, when did you fall in love with it? Just ask yourself. Ask yourself whether you were once bold enough to touch it, to carry it. Ask yourself whether you were only bold to put on a t-shirt when you knew it had something to do with an asylum claim. Ask yourself whether you had, before October, November 2016, believed, just believed, not even that it is going to come to pass, but believed in the legitimacy of this struggle. Believed that independence was not just realistic, but a necessity for a people who have been thingified for so long. That today, you've jumped into the middle of it. And you become a chief manipulator.